Hi. We're going to be doing the Amelia Island presentation. This is my wife, Laura.
Hi.
She's going to be helping me out today. Okay. Hi, Laura.
Oh, nice to finally meet you, and welcome to Cincinnati.
Thank you very much. It's great to be here. I can tell you that the weather is better in Florida.
Oh, yeah, we're looking forward to that.
Laura, we've had some preliminary email discussions, but it is great to have the opportunity to share with you a little bit about what makes Amelia Island Resort so special. I'm going to get right into it in the interest of time, if that's okay with you. I have brought with me a short agenda for this meeting, if you don't mind. You can feel free to add anything or take something away if you don't feel necessary to discuss today. So firstly, I'd like to discuss the travel arrangements, the accommodation, the weekend schedule, and then at the end we have time for some open discussion. Does that sound good to you?
That's perfect.
Great. Okay. So Laura, I'm assuming that you have been in a sales role for a couple of years now, and that you've been to several of these sales conferences. Can you share with me what makes a conference like this memorable, what makes it stand out, and what makes it successful in your opinion?
So, apart from the meeting, that's just general, we kind of want to get it out of the way. The facilities and the family aspect, bringing all of the employees and their families together. Most of them work really hard during the year and don't even have a big vacation. They don't ever leave Cincinnati, so it would be great to get them a bit out and have them enjoy the time with their families and get their kids away from home. So that's really important to us.
Okay.
Good. It's just always good if the presentations and the audiovisual aspect is good, and that's for the meeting side. So that's just a general feel as though we want them to feel that they can get away from work and still enjoy time with their families.
Okay, great. All right. So if I heard you correctly, you were saying that it's as important that the sales meeting is productive and professional, but also we want the employees to have a good time with their family,
yes.
Spend some quality time. I can assure you that we have phenomenal audiovisual technology in all of our conference centers. I'm sure we'll be good there, and we'll make sure that this is a memorable conference for your employees. I'd like to share with you that recently we hosted Toyota Southeast and also the Home Depot, and we had very successful conferences. So I'm looking forward to working on this conference with you. Laura, if I might ask before we get into the agenda, how far are you along in the decision-making process in terms of deciding on a location?
Well, we've narrowed it down to a couple of resorts and set up a few meetings. So we're quite dead set on the Atlantic coast in Florida.
Okay, great. All right. Well, Laura, let's get right into the schedule, and I want to make sure that you get everything you need to make the decision out of this meeting. So please feel free to interrupt me with any questions. Right. So Laura, in terms of travel, I assume that you guys will be using your corporate booking system.
Yes.
Okay. So I'll make sure that our people works directly with them, just to streamline the communication. In terms of airport collections and returns, we will handle that. We will handle all the baggage. It will be a 33-mile drive. It takes about 30 minutes. And then, like I said, we'll make sure the baggage gets to their room on time.
Oh, that's perfect. They don't have to worry about their bags being left at the airport.
Absolutely. Laura, something else I wanted to mention. We have a new app called the OmniLink app. The app can be used for meeting agendas, maps of the resort, list of recreational activities, some speaker information, etc. What I would recommend is that prior to departure, we'll send this out in an email with a link to the app, so that employees can be prepared and use this for orientation. Does that sound like something that would be useful?
Yes, that would be great.
Absolutely. Let me just make a note too. All right. Laura, in terms of the accommodation, from our email conversation, you had mentioned 150 salespeople. Do you have any final numbers on spouses and children yet?
We're looking at about 120 spouses
Okay, 120 spouses.
and roughly 100 children at the
Right.
moment.
Okay,
We'll finalize the numbers soon.
that's fine. That's fine. I just need a general indication. So 370 people, we can accommodate 600 people. So with a meeting this size and group this size, we can actually go ahead and reserve the entire resort for your group.
Okay.
Yeah. So in terms of accommodation, we have 404 suites and an additional 300 villas, and we have everything from 1 bedroom to 4 bedroom villa. So there will be something to suit every need. Okay. Or just quickly before we move on, have you had an opportunity to look at our website?
I have. It looks amazing.
Okay, great. Okay, so I won't get too stuck on the details.
No, we had a good look.
Okay,
Before.
that sounds good. Laura, moving on to the schedule for the weekend, I have here that at 7:30 we will do a breakfast for your 150 salespeople.
Just one thing, when the guests arrive, we would like
Okay.
we have like an agenda, or it would be great if we had agendas in the room.
A printed agenda?
Yes, just something to do, a welcome letter basically. So the agenda with a welcome letter, maybe some name tags for the children.
Okay.
You can print them, or we can make name tags for the spouses as well, but mostly for the children, that we can just point, you know, if you see one running around, you know that they're with us.
Absolutely, we can definitely do that.
And then maybe some snacks or sodas and any snacks for the children. Always
Sure.
makes them excited.
Yeah, sure, we can do that. Okay, so we will do that upon arrival. We'll have a printed agenda in the room with a welcome letter, welcome note, and then also some snacks and name tags. Did I get that right?
Yes.
Great.
Sorry for interrupting you.
No,
Just remembered
absolutely.
that.
We're good. We can include that. So back to the breakfast. On the email you had mentioned the breakfast would be for the 150 sales employees. Are you considering the families joining, or are we going to keep this a business breakfast?
Let's keep it a business breakfast just for time.
Okay.
Time.
Absolutely.
Timing and everything. Let the families do their own thing while we finish off the morning.
Okay, that sounds great. I would recommend using our Sunrise Cafe. We can accommodate all 150 comfortably. And then in terms of the breakfast, are you thinking a buffet style breakfast would suit your needs, or would you prefer a sit down breakfast?
Buffet, definitely.
Okay, great. We can do a buffet, no problem. Then the general sessions I have here from 8 to 9:30. We have about 80,000 feet of square feet for conference space. Our largest room can take 450 people, so we have ample space. What are your thoughts regarding the layout? Would a classroom style layout suit your needs?
Yes, classroom style. We don't want the biggest facility for just 150 guests, so it
Okay.
feels intimate.
Okay, absolutely.
And then just good audio visual. We need 2 screens and a projector for both. And then we're also thinking about a kind of quiz. We have some questions that we want to throw in during the meeting.
Okay, like poll questions?
Yes, so
Okay.
that everyone just stays involved. So what
Right.
we'll do, not sure how we can do it, but it should be real time.
Okay.
So that when they answer the questions, the answers can maybe pop up there and some stats.
Okay, that sounds interesting. What we can do, we can actually use the OmniLink app for conference poll questions. So we would need to set that up with the speakers, but that's definitely something we can accommodate.
Okay, perfect.
So what I heard you say is that we'll do 150 classroom style seating. We'll do an intimate setting, 2 screens, and you need decent audiovisual equipment.
Yes, and then just some water and mints or something just to put on the table.
Water and mints. Absolutely. Anything else?
No,
Okay.
that's good.
So moving on to the break from 9:30 to 10, would you like any refreshments to be available?
Yes, so some coffee, tea, water, and snacks, but keep it light.
Okay. So we got coffee, tea, and some light snacks.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So following the break, we'll have breakout sessions from 10 to 11:30. I have here 40 people per session. Is that accurate?
Yes.
Okay. So we have ample space. We have about 30 rooms available. What requirements do you have in terms of technology and refreshments?
Okay, so we will need one projector and one screen for each room, as well as we have some activities that we'll be doing in each session. So
Okay.
we can just have printouts of that available, and yeah, that's about it. We'll be
Okay,
very
so we have
informal.
the printouts, we'll have audiovisual equipment, and then some light snacks. Perfect. All right. Then Laura, the lunch, it says here that the lunch will be on their own. So is that fair to say they will be joining their families for lunch? We won't have a business lunch.
No. So after the breakout sessions, they'll return to their families, and they can enjoy the rest of the day, decide when they want to eat and where they want to eat.
Okay. So then our second last point is the recreational activities. So I hope that you had a chance to see that on our website. We offer anything and everything in terms of recreational activities. Are there any specific requirements that your group might have?
Well, from previous conferences, we've noticed that there's a large number of people that want to make use of the spa facilities.
Okay.
It's kind of best way to relax. I just want to know how many people you can accommodate.
Okay, so our staffing allows for about 40 people at any given time.
Okay.
But what we can do, if there is a need, we can actually hire additional staffing to cater for that.
Okay, so perhaps in the invitation we'll mention that they can start making their bookings.
Okay.
If that is a
Absolutely,
option.
we'll do preliminary spa bookings from the week before the conference.
Yes,
Okay.
that'd be great. And then another thing is the fitness side. So I'm not sure if you have facilities available, but perhaps each day a different kind of activities, such as
Absolutely, we can do that.
Pilates or
We can do that.
yoga.
Yes, we have fitness studios, and what we can do is we can get instructors from Jacksonville. We can do yoga. We can do Pilates. We have a working relationship with fitness centers in Jacksonville.
Oh, great.
So if there are specific requirements, we can definitely cater for
We
that.
can perhaps, I'm not sure if they will book it out the week before, but I'm sure there'll be some interest between the 120 spouses.
Okay, absolutely.
So only for the mornings, say.
Okay, so we'll do fitness classes for the morning
You
sessions.
say from 9 or 10.
Great. All right, we'll arrange for something every morning.
Okay, yeah, that'd be great.
All right. Then in terms of child recreational activities, we cater for children constantly during these type of conferences. All of our staff are qualified caretakers. Do you have any additional requirements for children?
Not really, just that they are being taken care of while their mom or their dad are busy doing other things.
Okay.
And do you have like a movie theater or somewhere? that
Yes,
they-
we do have a movie theater, and we will make sure that is available throughout
Okay,
the
so-
conference.
I'm sure they'll entertain each other. It's just somebody needs to look after them or take care of them.
Yes, we will have 24-hour supervision.
And they can stay in the resort. They don't have to go do things without their parents. In the afternoon, they'll go do stuff. So
Okay, that's great. Okay, Laura, our final point is the wrap-up dinner. Once again, can you give me an idea of the what type of food you're looking for? Are we doing a buffet style, or are we doing a sit down?
buffet style.
Okay, buffet style.
Buffet style. I think that's easier. Definitely some seafood.
Seafood. Okay.
Seafood, and keep it light and fresh as well, and yeah, some meat
Okay.
for the men if they really want to.
Absolutely. We'll do some. We have a great steak and seafood menu for you guys. All right. Okay, Laura. So it looks like we've covered everything on my agenda. Are there any open points that you would like to discuss? Anything else that I can do for you to make the sales decision?
Well, currently it all looks amazing, and I'm really looking forward to it. So I'll let you know if there's anything else, but I'm quite happy with what we've discussed.
Okay, Laura. As a next step, what I would like to do, you've had a look at our website. I hope that I've answered all of your questions. But to get a true sense of the resort, I'd like to invite you personally, you and the spouse, to join us at Amelia Island for a weekend, just to get a sense of what the resort is like. We have other conferences that are coming up shortly, and I think it would be beneficial for you to see the conference or the resort in action hosting the conference.
That would be amazing.
Okay, great. Thank you very much, Laura.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your time and thank you for flying in.
Absolutely.